Hey guys, it's Jackie here. On tonight's segment of Jackie Says, I'm going to be doing a special film review in honor of my favorite Disney movie's 2-year anniversary. First released in November 2013, I never expected this one particular film to go down as one of the classics. But it did. It touched the hearts of many, myself included. Let me start off by reminding you I am a huge, longtime Disney fanatic. I love everything from the books, music, theme parks, and especially the movies. Yes, I'm one of those people who truly believe in the magic of Disney. It always makes me feel like I'm a kid again, joyful, blissful, and alive. I feel invincible anytime I'm thinking about Disney, anytime that I've escaped to a world of imagination. And as much as that can be a positive thing, it can be negative. I'll be the first to admit that I can become a bit skeptical every time they release a new movie in theaters. I mean, come on, let's be honest. How many of us really thought Toy Story 3 wasn't going to be as good as the rest? But let me tell you, I loved it. So once I saw Toy Story 3, I believed that this movie did have hope. And as much as I've praised the latest installments of the Disney Princess collection, like Rapunzel from Tangled, Tiana from The Princess and the Frog, and Merida from Brave, none of them have even come close to my classical favorites, like Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Call me old-fashioned, but I truly believe nothing could compare to Belle's brain, Ariel's voice, or even Mulan's bravery. These classic characters have qualities that every little girl my age wanted. They had the beauty and the brains, the bravery, the love of a significant other or of their family and their friends. They had strong vocal cords that made them sound like angels. And they had faith. Each of these princesses had faith and they had hope that they could do better, that they could be better, and that they could make their dreams come true. So, despite higher quality graphics and advanced sophisticated software, the themes were never as relatable, the music wasn't as catchy, and the audience's attention was never really captured. That is, until Frozen was released. God, I can take hours and hours talking about how amazing Frozen is and how blessed I was and lucky I was to see this movie come to life. As we travel through a world of Arendelle with Elsa and Anna, we are captured by the impeccable story of two sisters who go on the ultimate mission to save their kingdom, their loved ones, and above all, their sisterhood. So for those of you who have lived under a rock for the last 2 years and have never heard the term let it go, or for those of you who just need a quick refresher on what the movie is about, let me remind you, excuse me. The movie tells a tale of two sisters, Anna and Elsa, who have recently been orphaned after a tragic shipwreck killed their parents, the king and queen of Arendelle. Elsa, the oldest, is next to take the throne, but she has a secret that can ruin everything. She has ice powers. She has the power to turn things to ice from the palm of her hand. As she was growing up, her parents always encouraged her to conceal her powers rather than embrace them, and secluded her from the world, including her younger sister. After a tragic turn of events during her coronation, she is revealed to be a monster to her townspeople, and she runs away. But of course, this is a Disney movie, and so nothing could have happened more than she freezes the whole town on her way out, leading them to an eternal winter. Her young, brave sister chases after her to reverse this winter, and leaves her soon-to-be husband she barely met, Hans, in charge of their people. With the help of some unlikely new friends, Kristoff, Sven, Olaf, Anna goes on a daring adventure to find her sister and remind her that she doesn't have to live in fear. Meanwhile, as they're going on this adventure, Hans is taking over, and when Elsa and Anna come back, to Arendelle, we find out that Hans is an evil villain who has been planning to take the throne all along. So this movie has a little bit of everything. It has goofiness, it has happiness, joy, sadness, betrayal. It's the kind of movie that makes you laugh, makes you cry, and give you so many emotions all at once. And even though it is an animated movie about a princess, a queen, a talking snowman, and reindeer, it can relate to many things in our world. So even though there are so many great aspects about Frozen, there are 3 things that I want to focus on in today's podcast. And first of all, I want to talk about the soundtrack and the music in the movie. The very first song that captures my attention was Anna's ballad of "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" This song was a roller coaster of emotions. This is definitely the first song in the movie that really makes you feel something. You want to relate to the characters, and it depicts the idea of hope and even hopelessness. Of Anna just wanting to look at the positive and be happy, but she can't. And despite Elsa's yearn for her sister, she too wants to keep her safe, and she too separates herself from the person that loves her. It reminds you of the times that are tough in this world and that we have to remain strong. This is the time where their parents pass away, and it's the time that Anna and Elsa are separated by a door that never opens. But it reminds you to always be positive and try to be happy and look for the hope and the light at the end of the tunnel. This song is nothing more than beautiful and perfect in all its notes because it reminds you to always look for the best and be the best. The second 2 songs I want to talk about are about Anna and her love interest. First, we have Love is an Open Door versus Fixer Upper. So Love is an Open Door is with Hans and Anna, who first meet and instantly fall in love. They have this spark, this idea of first love, that it is so perfect and invincible, and that they are so compatible even though they've just barely met. So it's a make-believe fairy tale. It's something that we've seen in previous Disney movies with true love's kiss with somebody that you just met. It's unrealistic, it's one-dimensional, and it is really unlike any romantic relationship in real life. It's just something that everybody dreams of, but nobody can really have. So the second song, Fixer Upper, is more of the truth about love. You see that it is problematic. It stems from friendship. It is filled with ups and downs. It is multidimensional. It is about bonding with a person, finding your soulmate, and realizing that things are not going to be perfect, and you are not going to be perfect for each other. So this song is realistic because it reminds you that you may find the perfect person, the person you want to be with for the rest of your life, but there are still going to be things that you're going to want to change about them. And it's here to tell you that that's okay. Because it's everything about love. It's about compromise. It's about working things out. It's about making a difference in each other's lives. It is about having hope and having faith that you can overcome anything that your heart desires. And the last song I want to talk about is the most powerful song of them all. It's Let It Go. If you've never heard the song, or if you don't like Disney, I would definitely encourage you to at least listen to Idina Menzel's beautiful voice and how she transitions from this person who had always concealed herself, who had always backed away from the spotlight, and she really embraces her powers, and she realizes that she loves herself and that she should be happy with what she has. It's reminding you to be independent, that you don't need other people's approval. You just need yourself. In order to be happy, you first have to make yourself happy from the inside. You have to be happy with who you are and what you have to offer in this world. So this song is just about being yourself and telling you that it's okay if you're different. People who are unique, there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfect just the way they are. So as for the music, as I told you, it was amazing. I probably have the entire soundtrack on my phone. But more importantly than the music, I want to talk about the themes. The themes here are just so perfect. You need to, the main themes about it, first and foremost, is that family is the greatest love of all. So compared to other Disney movies where it talks about an act of true love, most of us would relate that to a true love's kiss in a romantic way. But Frozen defied those justifications and went with the act of kindness from one sister to another. And the bond that they have is unbreakable. Because family, blood in, blood out, they are someone that is always going to be there for you, whether it's your sister or your mom or your brother. They love you more than anybody could ever love you, and they will respect you and accept you no matter what, as we see Anna's love for Elsa, despite her differences. Second of all, as Anna so clearly found out, you cannot marry someone you just met, contrary to popular Disney belief. You need to find somebody that is your friend before they are your lover. You have to find someone that will love your quirks and see your differences, and you need to go beyond what is the person's cover. There is so much more to the truth than what one conversation can lead up to. And last and most importantly, it's to be proud of who you are. To always be happy with yourself and love yourself, because there is no one else in this world like you. It has so much relation to today's events. I mean, each of us can relate to the characters in such a way that maybe we couldn't relate to Belle from Beauty and the Beast or from Cinderella. But we can relate to Elsa's independence and her love for herself and realizing that it's okay to be different. We all have a little bit of honest innocence in us. That bliss of believing that everything can be perfect and that you can control everything and everything can go the way you want it to. All of us can relate to the evil character of Hans and his thirst for power and his thirst for wanting to be on top of everybody else. Because sometimes we have these bad qualities in us, and it's okay. But we can also relate to Olaf's silliness and his very light heart and Kristoff's big heart. We can relate to all the characters in a way that maybe we can see it in ourselves. And there's so many themes that are parallel to today's world. As constantly as the film says, conceal, don't feel. That's what it constantly reminds us of the earlier times, maybe in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, where people were hiding from who they really were. There was only one religion that would take place. For example, maybe Christianity was on top and everybody else was just inferior. Nowadays, we have interracial marriage, which was something of a thing of the past. African Americans were seen as slaves, not as people. Women were seen as children bearers, but not as senators or respectful teachers and people in politics. People of transgender, that wasn't even a thing now. People had different beliefs in religious beliefs, and people were not able to speak their mind. They were not free. Despite living in America, they were not free. They didn't have the rights that we have now. It's 2015, and now we can honestly say that we are free to be who we want to be. We are free to make a difference in the world. One person can make a difference in the world. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. But you must always be brave. If you want something bad enough, you have to go out there and fight for it, just like Anna did. You have to fight for it, and you have to say, you know what? I don't care what you say. I don't care if you think my sister is a monster. She is not one to me, and I am going to stand by her. And we have to stand by each other. We have to be strong, and we have to go against the odds. And most importantly, we must always have faith in ourselves, and we have to have the power to overcome any obstacle. Who says we can't be the next president of the United States? Who says we can't be the next Picasso, the next Van Gogh? Who says we don't have the talent to make a difference, to reach greater milestones than the people before us? We need to have hope and have faith that we are more than just a statistic, a number, a gender, a stereotype. We have so much potential to reach great altitudes and go beyond expectations. Just like this movie and just like the characters in it, we have to go above and beyond. We have to show other people that we can make a difference, that we can be happy in our own skin and be happy with who we are and what we love. This is what this movie is about. It is about embracing change, which is the only constant in this world. It is about looking past the negatives and to the positives, because this is a wonderful world and we are fortunate to be living in it. Disney is all about magic and blissfulness, and maybe it is a make-believe world, but we can make it our own. There is nobody here that can tell us that we are not Elsa, that we do not have the bravery that Anna possesses. This movie has meant so much to me, and it has touched millions in this world. We are all need to look at this movie and really understand that there is so much more to it than catchy songs and a little funny story. Some people are worth melting for. There are so many things that this world has that this movie talked about. We must always have faith in ourselves and what we are capable of. We must never let the world stop us from making our dreams come true. That's why I give this movie a 5-star, because it has everything that a movie needs and everything that we need to hear. So in case you don't like the movie, I suggest that you watch it again. And I encourage you to really listen to it, really listen to the themes that it has, and see that there is so much more to